Welcome to the Exchange Daily. News you can use. Today is November 10th, 2025. I'm Tom, your news anchor for the day. And before you ask, yes, I am an AI narrator. This session is provided courtesy of D. Anthony of Matora Solutions. Feel free to reach out to D at podcast@matora.solutions if you want to know more or want to get involved. That's podcasts with an S and matora.solutions. No .com needed. Now, let's get on with the news. Imagine starting your week with a breach that spies on your AI chats without cracking a single code, or fielding calls from employees whose lost phones just turned up in a scammer's hands. Add to that hotels under siege from fake verification traps, a federal budget office exposed during a shutdown scramble, and a major cyber agency pulling the plug on free scanning tools. These stories aren't just headlines. They're wake-up calls for your security posture, budgets, and strategies in an era where threats evolve faster than patches. Let's dive in. First up, a chilling discovery from Microsoft that's got AI security teams rethinking encryption. The company's researchers unveiled something called Whisper Leak, a side-channel attack that lets hackers peek into your supposedly private AI conversations. Here's how it works. Even with end-to-end encryption in place, attackers can watch the timing and size of data packets flowing to and from language models like those in Copilot. By analyzing those patterns, they can guess the topics you're discussing, think trade secrets or legal strategies, without ever decrypting the content. This isn't theoretical. It's a real vulnerability in remote AI setups, and it hits hardest in high-stakes environments like boardrooms or R&D labs. For CISOs, the why it matters is clear. As AI adoption surges, so do these subtle leaks, potentially violating GDPR or HIPAA without a trace. Executive takeaway? Prioritize traffic anonymization tools and audit your AI vendors for side-channel mitigations right now. It's a low-hanging fruit for disruption if ignored, but proactive network monitoring can turn it into a compliance win. Shifting gears to a scam that's hitting closer to home, or at least your pocket. The Swiss National Cybersecurity Center is sounding the alarm on a smishing wave targeting iPhone users. Picture this, your device goes missing and suddenly you get a text saying it's been found overseas, complete with your phone's model, color, and a link to Apple's Find My app. Sounds helpful, right? Wrong. It's a trap designed to snag your Apple ID credentials. Scammers pull details from the lock screen's emergency info or SIM card, then direct you to a fake site that bypasses activation lock, letting them wipe and resell your phone. We've seen spikes in these reports over the last week, with victims losing not just devices but access to linked accounts and corporate email. For IT managers overseeing BYOD fleets, this underscores the fragility of personal tech in enterprise ecosystems. One stolen credential can cascade into a full breach. On the executive side, it's a reminder to budget for user training. Simple steps like hiding lock screen contacts and enabling passkeys could slash incidents by half. Act fast. Holiday travel season will only amplify this. Now, let's talk hospitality headaches that could spill into your supply chain. Cybersecurity watchers have spotted a massive click-fix phishing campaign zeroing in on hotel managers worldwide. Attackers send emails mimicking Booking.com or Expedia alerts, then hit you with a bogus reCAPTCHA challenge that looks legit but drops pure rat malware instead. This remote access Trojan gives crooks keyboard control, webcam spying, and data siphoning, perfect for grabbing guest bookings or payment info. The scale is alarming. Thousands of attempts across Europe and North America in the past 48 hours alone, exploiting the sector's high email volume. Why does this matter to broader enterprise IT? Hotels often integrate with travel platforms tied to corporate expense systems. A breach here means leaked PII that fuels targeted attacks on your firm. Executives consider this a prompt to harden third-party vendor vetting, Deploy URL inspection in your gateways and train staff on verification pop-ups. It's not just bad PR, it's a gateway to ransomware if unchecked. In federal circles, a sobering incident at the Congressional Budget Office is raising red flags on legacy tech. The nonpartisan agency confirmed a cybersecurity breach last week, likely via an unpatched Cisco firewall that's been vulnerable since 2024. Details are sparse, but it may have exposed internal emails and budget drafts shared with Senate offices, prime fodder for spear phishing or influence ops. This hit during shutdown talks, delaying responses and amplifying the chaos. For federal IT pros, it's a stark reminder of how outdated hardware creates blind spots in zero-trust journeys. The impacts ripple, compromised trust in fiscal analyses could sway policy, and exposed comms invite nation-state follow-ups. Leaders push for accelerated modernization funding, coordinate with CISA for scans, and prioritize firewall refreshes. It's a high-stakes lesson. In government, delays aren't just inefficient, they're exploitable. Finally, a heads up for those leaning on free cyber basics. The UK's National Cybersecurity Centre is sunsetting its web check and mail check tools come March 2026. These scanners have been go-tos for spotting web vulnerabilities and email spoofing setups like domain-based message authentication, reporting, and conformance, otherwise known as DMARC. The move frees resources for fancier defenses, but it leaves a gap for smaller orgs without deep pockets. Expect a scramble as users hunt alternatives. Think commercial external attack surface management suites. For digital transformation execs, this signals a market shift. Free tools were great starters, but scaling demands paid analytics with dashboards and workflows. The risk? Unchecked misconfigs leading to breaches you could have flagged for free. Get ahead by reviewing NCSC's Buyer's Guide now. It's your roadmap to compliant, resilient setups without the EOL panic. That's the Exchange for today. The Exchange Daily has been a production of Matora Solutions, a daily newscast of the top stories that impact the IT world. For more information about the Exchange Daily and the Exchange newsletter, contact podcasts at matora.solutions. Thank you again for joining us today. Remember, inspect what you expect.